This is a judgment copy when I was freed.
Yeah, I think we can read what you are accused of. They're saying the allegations. Viewers, you can see this is the judgment, but we can read the charges. They're saying the allegations are that on diverse dates between 20th February 2020 and 12th August 2021, jointly with others. So they're accusing you that there were others who
I don't even know.
Collaborated with you.
Maybe they collaborated with me or collaborated alone. Who knows?
You are not there. Then they're saying with others not before court, being a salesman to rice cement factory, stole 1660 bags of cement valued at cash 11,385,000, the property of Rye Cement.
So then the magistrate gave me a cash bail of 200,000, which I didn't have any resources to pay. If we talk, I had 11 million. You think I would have stayed here in the prison even for a day?
They're saying 11.
There were people in Kericho. The prison officers went to Kericho town. There are very big people in Kericho town. They told them that one of your brother is inside. Help him with a cash bail or a bond. Take him out. But we talk. I mean, I'm not criticizing anybody. Nobody came.
You are rejected by your own community.
Nobody wants. So she said, I'll tell you only 2 points which are very important for you. Still my heart was skipping a beat. Now what are those 2 points? Who knows?
Oh my.
I was telling God, you sustained me for 1 year. Now this is the time I need you the most. Please. So my handcuffs were removed.
Yeah.
I was standing in front of her. He said, Rahul, after going through the entire court process and entire court procedures, your arguments, your lawyer's arguments, your defense, the prosecutor's arguments, the witnesses' statements and everything, the court has found that you are not guilty.
Wow.
Hey, I was just standing like that only.
To you, great and wonderful people. It's exciting to be here once again. It's been a minute manzena, nimewahata big time. It's exciting to have you join us every time when we have an episode. Thank you for the great support that you've been giving us, for those who have been subscribing, for those who have been sharing, manze kwa like, you've been supporting this channel, and we are just almost hitting our 1,000 mark, and our watch time is increasing day in, day out. And if you have not subscribed, I would encourage that you subscribe in order to be part of this great story. And also, if you have any comment, you can drop it on the comment section. If you have anyone that you want to suggest to be brought on this show, please, you can put them and the story and the name of the person on the email that is going down here. The other thing, of course, is to click the notification bell so that you can get our episodes every time that we upload them. Now, on this episode, we bring to you a man, and we are highlighting a story, an intriguing, partly sad story of a man who was wrongly accused and trying to seek justice, was taken to jail and rejected by his own people. He will be taking us through to understand what really happened and what did he go through and what he's going through at the moment, as he's going to be making an appeal. And without wasting much time, allow me to invite our guest. Hi, Rahul.
Hi, Peter. How are you?
Good.
It's been long.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's been long, yeah.
You're doing well.
Pushing on.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God and this economy, you have to push on.
It's pressing all over, eh?
It's all over.
Kila mahali.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Thank God. How are you?
I'm pushing on, Peter. Thanks, yeah.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you actually
No, in
on
fact,
this show.
it's my honor that you invited me for this show.
Yeah. We just want to keep on touching people's lives by sharing stories that matter. That is the reason as to why
Thank you, yeah.
we got in touch with you
Yeah.
to come to this show.
Thank you.
And of course, I want to maybe tell the viewers that it wasn't easy to get you and to put up this setup. And maybe without going further, you can just introduce yourself, tell us who you are and where you're from.
Basically, my name is Rahul. The second name is Kothari. Maybe it's a long name. Somebody might not know how to pronounce it. Basically, born and brought up in Mumbai,
Yeah.
in India.
Mm-hmm.
I did my schooling,
Mm-hmm.
I did my graduation, and I did my post-graduation in sales and marketing, all from India.
Mm-hmm.
I worked in India for a while, quite a long time. 2005, I came to Kenya.
Mm.
The relative of mine, he had his own business, so he invited me to Kenya to join him. Okay, I worked with him for around 2 years, and then mutually we decided to part ways because some family issues. And then I joined a company called Jumbo Biscuits, which used to manufacture Britannia brand of biscuits.
That's Jumbo Biscuits.
Jumbo Biscuits, yeah.
Maybe before you tell us about Jumbo Biscuit and when you started working for Jumbo Biscuits, just allow me to help me to clarify. I thought Indians have this
That
unity in the family.
No, that basically depends, even on the family also. It's not that every family has that. Even if you see in India, majority of the big families are splitting businesses. Like if maybe the person who started the business is okay, but when the sons come in to take over the business, always the family feuds are there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not that every Indian family, business family, is always united.
We thought so.
No, like so big families, big business in India have split. Yeah, like
Okay. Now you are in Jumbo Biscuits.
I was in Jumbo Biscuits. I was initially in sales, but I was put in charge of Central and Mount Kenya. Basically, my job was to take orders and make new customers. But after the 2007 post-election violence, a colleague of mine who used to be in Kisumu, because of the violence and the small kids he had, he wanted to shift back to Nairobi. So I was put in charge of Kisumu, handling Nyanza, Western, Rift, entire area. And I worked in Jumbo Biscuits for almost 8 years.
8 good years.
8 good years, yeah. Then I went back to India because my mother was alone. I had separated from my wife. So I went back to India. I worked in India for a while, but then I got a very good opportunity in Nigeria. An Indian company, pharmaceutical company, wanted a base in Nigeria, in Lagos basically. So then I asked my mom that what should I do. She just told me one sentence, that if your future is good, I have no problems.
Wow.
I can stay here alone. After I had some relatives who wanted to stay with her. So I left for Nigeria, in Lagos. 2014 I had to come back because I lost my mother. Being the only son, I have no brothers, sisters. I was the only child.
You were born alone.
I was both alone.
Before you came, you were working for which company in Lagos, Nigeria?
It is called Graph Laboratories, basically an Indian-based company, manufacturing pharmaceuticals. So they wanted a base in Western Africa, basically Nigeria. So I came back to 2014, finished all the burial and everything for my mother, went back to Nigeria again.
Again?
Yeah, because my job was still there. And then after a while, the company had some issues with the bank because they were making a very big setup again for Western Africa, a new factory. But it seems the bank stopped funding them for some reason. We don't know what was the issues. So then we were told to wind up everything and come back. So then I had some contacts in Kenya, so I was talking to them. So they said, instead of going back to India, you're all alone, just come to Kenya and we'll see what we can do for you. Then 2018 April, I joined Rice Cement. In fact, that also, like, I got an email from somewhere. I just applied. So I was called for an interview by the late GM, who is no more now. And then I joined in sales, obviously, because sales is my profession. I was handling corporate customers, which used to make work for the government under Kena and Kera. And I worked in rice cement up to 2021, when I'm going to try to tell you what actually happened.
Before you tell us what happened, is what was your role?
Okay, my role
in
was
the
basically
company?
to meet customers, get orders, and try and develop new customers for the company, which I did quite well. I was reporting directly to the GM, and unfortunately, the GM with whom I was working under, I think an unfortunate incident happened that he was murdered inside the factory. Yeah, so that was a big setback for everybody because it was unexpected. But anyway, that's a
story for another.
That's a story for another
day.
Because the new GM came in and all. So September, I still remember everything. 10th of September 2021, I was inside working and I was arrested from the factory. I was handcuffed, brought to my room. I used to stay within the factory premises. We were given accommodation. I was taken to my room, and there's another company, Comply, sister company of Rice Cement in Nakuru. So there's one person called Mr. Steve. He normally handles all such issues. So he came with 3 police officers in my room. I was not even allowed to go out of the room to have lunch. I was locked from outside.
You were detained in your own room?
I was detained in my own room. I was locked from outside. And when these guys came in, first thing, they started threatening me, intimidating me. They wanted to beat me up. They snatched my phone, asking for the M-Pesa pin. So I gave the M-Pesa pin. I had nothing to hide. And I told him also jokingly, I said, boss, the money which you are claiming cannot be in M-Pesa. So anyway, this is my M-Pesa pin. You can check whatever you want to check. They started checking my WhatsApp messages. And one of the police officers, there were 3 young guys in it. I was seated here with handcuffed. 2 police officers were like this.
They are telling you, they are accusing you of what?
Stealing cement, diverting cement, and stealing 11 million.
11 million.
So I was also laughing within myself that if I had 11 million with me, why would I work? I would have started my own business. So anyway, that was okay. I took it in my stride. I said, let's see what is next. So the police officer, they ransacked my entire cupboard. They forced me to sign some papers. And actually they found one customer had given me 3 checks. So he had told me, given some specific dates, so I had given it to the finance. But unfortunately, he did not receive his payments on time. So he told me, Rahul, don't bank the checks. Otherwise the checks will bounce, and I don't want that to happen. I said, it's okay, fine. So in the system is in the company that once the dates have gone, the checks are given back to the sales guy. And when we meet the customer, we exchange the checks or tell them to send payments directly to the company account. So those checks were there in my drawer.
In your room?
In my room. So they said, look, these checks are there. So
how much? The checks were amounting to how much?
3 checks, 990,000 each.
They were not even close to a million.
2.7, something like that. So I even told those guys, I said, can you read the name? What name is written on the checks? Is it my personal name or the company name? So checks were the name of Rice Cement Limited, not Rahul. So anyway, after all these issues, they got some details, I don't know what. And the same evening, I was taken to Kipsitet police station to spend the night there. And they told the person who was there at the desk that this guy is a criminal. He has squandered so-and-so. So we are putting him in. And believe me, at that point of time, I was not even guilty. There was no proof
of the crime.
Of the crime.
That they are
It was just
you.
the suspicion. I'll tell you later when I found out that they had written that on suspicion. Okay, fine. I got into Kipsitet police station. The officer was sitting there, started intimidating me. Remove your shoe, one shoe, remove your belt. give me your mobile, give me your wallet. I gave everything. I didn't want to argue with the law. And they sent me into a cell which had no lights. And you don't even know there was some hole there. You might know which insect would come in inside. Maybe a snake also is there. You don't even know. After a while, maybe after an hour or so, the OCS came. So he asked them that, any Asian is there inside? He said, yes, yes. So the OCS told that police officer, bring him out. He's not supposed to stay inside the cell. Bring him out. I need to talk to him. So when the officer came, the OCS is telling you, wear your shoes, wear your belt. I told the police officer, I will not do anything. I'm going the way you have put me inside. I'm going the same way to the OCS. So he should also know how you have treated me. He said, no, please, I'm begging you, wear your shoes and wear your belt. Take your phone, take your wallet. I said, I don't want anything. I'll go to the OCS the same way you have put me inside.
So you cannot cover you cannot use me to cover your.
You cannot use me to cover your bad whatever you have done to me. So with the OCS, I went the same way. OCS looking at me, what's this? I said, ask your police officer. He told me to remove my shoes, remove my belt, my phone, my wallet and everything. So I think he shouted at the police officer, this is not the way to treat anybody. So he told me, go and put everything and come back to me. So we sat, we talked, he saw my charge sheet and he just smiled at me. I said, sir, what happened? He said, no, nothing. He said, I've seen your charge sheet, Rahul. And let me tell you honestly, whatever happens, you are going to come out of this issue. He had not even, okay, fine. I said, it's okay. Then he asked me, did you have your food? I said, I've not eaten anything since morning because he said, wait. So he ordered, I said, sir, you're ordering food, but I don't have money. He said, who is asking money from you? We are going to help you out. Yeah. Don't worry about anything. So he brought food for me. I ate the food. Night, from his house, I think, he brought a mattress, he brought a blanket, he brought a pillow. He said, you are going to sleep in this corridor, not inside the cells. Fine. Next day morning again, he helped me with tea and bread. At about 9:30, 10, a full carload of DCI officers from Belgut came into the prison, into the police station, and they took me away. They took me first to the rice cement, the company. They wanted me to go to Busia for some investigations, I don't know what.
To Busia?
Busia. And let me tell you one thing, there were a few people who were already, when the DCI officers went inside, 2-3 guys were there from the company who were intimidating the DCI officers to make sure that I suffer. It was evident from their interaction with the DCI. I'm a mature person, I know what was happening. I'm not a small kid, a 3-year-old kid who doesn't know. So I was sitting outside in the police van, but one good thing one DCI officer did, he did not handcuff me. He said, we don't want to handcuff you. You are a senior person. You're not going to run away. I said, you do your duty. I have no issues. Okay, after that, they took me to Busia. They took me to some center, which I don't even know, to find whether the cement is there or not.
They were accusing you that you had taken...
I diverted the cement somewhere at that particular place. I think they found some cement, but which was officially given to them, I don't know. Then they took me to another godown to check whether the cement is there or not. Nothing was there.
Busia?
In Busia. Nothing was there. Fine, Ikosawa. Night I spent at Busia police station. They stayed in some beautiful hotel, the DCI officers.
Yeah.
After getting a lot of money from the company that night for their expenses and everything. Food, staying in very good hotel. I was taken to Busia police station. I met the OCS. Again the same, I think it was good. Even the OCS at Busia police station was so nice to me.
You mean they are nice police officers?
They're nice police officers. I appreciate them. They said, okay, we are not putting you into the cell. There is an office which is empty, but somebody's office who is not there, you can sleep there. You can charge your phone, the charger is also there. So I said, okay, fine, sir, but there's no point in using a phone when you're mentally, you're upset. So fine. He said, did you eat anything? I said, I had something small. Then he ordered again chapati and chai for me. Next day morning, the DCI came. They took me to Kisu. They wanted to eat fish. So from Busia, the DCI, entire gang of DCI, DCI officers, we went to Kisumu at the beach, Dunga beach. They wanted to eat fish. I said, I don't eat fish, I don't want to, I'm just okay. Then they wanted to move around, want to go in the ferry somewhere for a ride. I said, you guys carry on. I was with another 2-3 DCI officers.
Where were you at that point?
I was inside the Dunga beach in a hotel where this DCI officer wanted to eat fish. I said, fine, it's up to you. You eat what you want to eat. I don't want to eat anything. I'm okay. After finishing their sojourn of eating fish and everything, they took me to rice cement. I requested for a pair of clothes. Okay, fine. Well, at that point of time, inside my room, what the DCI officer told me, I don't think I should speak here, because I did not even mention in the court.
Okay.
That was something which really shocked me. The corporal who was my IO, he told me something which I bluntly refused. If you want, I can speak, there's no problem.
No problem if it is not going to alter anything because your case is in court.
No, my case now is in court because it is me, I who has filed the case.
It is not going to affect anything.
But anyway, let us not get into that point. Then I was taken to Kapsoit police station. I stayed there for 4 nights. And these DCI officers, they said, we are going for investigation somewhere. I don't know where did they go. For 4 nights, I was at Kapsoit police station. But even at the Kapsoit police station, the OCS and the OCPD was so nice to me. Full day I used to sit outside. They said, don't go to the cell, mingle with us, talk to us. They arranged for my food and everything, my lunch, my breakfast and my dinner. Only night I used to go inside the cell and go to sleep. After finishing those 4 nights in Kapsoit police station, it was 17th of September, I was taken to Kericho court. I was produced in the court. Charge sheet was read, of course, which I vehemently denied. I said, I deny all the charges. But then I was taken to
charge. What was the charge?
The charge was, I have diverted cement.
We can read it from here.
Yeah.
Let me read it.
This is the judgment copy when I was freed.
Yeah, I think we can read what you are accused of. They're saying the allegations. Viewers, you can see this is the judgment, but we can read the charges. They're saying the allegations are that on diverse dates between 20th February 2020 and 12th August 2021, jointly with others. So they are accusing you that there were others who
I don't even know.
Collaborated with you.
Maybe they collaborated with me or collaborated alone. Who knows?
You are not there. Then they're saying with others not before court, being a salesman to rice cement factory, stole 1660 bags of cement valued at cash 11,385,000, the property of Rai Cement.
So then before that, let me tell you, when I was in Kapsoit police station, there was another young guy with me. So the police had allowed me to use my phone. So that person, he said, Rahul, my phone is off. Can I make a call from your phone? I said, just take your phone. He made a call or two. Then he asked me what happened to you. He was a young guy. So I said, this happened. So he asked me, do you have any lawyer? I said, where? I don't even know anybody in Kenya. Where I'll get a lawyer from? He said, wait, my sister is a lawyer. She's in Kericho. I'll call her. This is her number. Talk to her tomorrow. I'll talk to her. Next day I talked to that lady, a young lady. So she said, okay, where are you? I said, I'm at Kapsoit police station. At 7:30, she came to see me. She met the DCI also. And then she said, okay, Rahul, tomorrow I'll see you in the court. I'll be there in the court for you. But I said, look, ma'am, I don't have money to pay you. You lawyers need money first.
Yeah.
You want to open a file, you need 10,000. Plea taking, you need XYZ amount. Who will help you? Who will help me? I don't have anybody outside. I don't have even a single coin with me. She said, don't worry about all those things. We'll see you in the court tomorrow. Next day I was produced in the court and everything. At that time the magistrate gave me a cash bail of 200,000, which I didn't have any resources to pay. If we talk, I had 11 million. You think I would have stayed here in the prison even for a day?
They're saying 11,385,000.
If I had this money with me,
Yes.
the same day when the magistrate gave me the cash bail of 200,000, I would have gone home. I would have gone out rather and fought my case from outside. Okay, fine. I was taken inside the Kericho remand prison in the evening. I was told by the officer that please wait, we have information that you are going to come, so we are making your room. Okay, fine. They made a single room for me where nobody was there. And that night, evening, it's funny, for my food, they brought me some ugali and some sukuma soup, which I think was water with some leaves floating in it, you know. So I said, I can't eat this food, let's take it back. I went hungry. Next day, deputy officer in charge, she's a lady, she's a pastor herself. She came to see me in the prison. We met, we talked. He said, what about your food? I said, ma'am, honestly, I can't eat this food. He said, see, today is Saturday, we can't do anything for you now. So she called the welfare officer who normally sells bread and milk within the prison premises. You know. She called the welfare came, she told the welfare, give him 2 packets of bread, 4 packets of milk, and 1 soda. Take money from me. Monday we'll see for him what to do. I said, ma'am, he said, no, it's okay with us. We don't want you to suffer. We know what has happened, we know the story. So Monday morning, we'll sit and talk. Fine. Monday, even those lawyers came, the lady who met me, and another lady, they came. They said, okay, fine, we are going to fight your case now. And we don't want a single shilling from you.
They are not requiring any money from you.
They said, we don't want anything from you. We have seen your charge sheet and we are going to fight your case. That's it. Just sign this paper that we are your lawyers from today. I said, fine, no problem. Well, we talked for 2 months. It was just mention. I was getting frustrated. You know, you don't
You're
know.
in remand now.
I was in remand and I was getting frustrated. What to do now? Where to go? When I'll get out of this place, I don't know myself. Then the next day, it was Monday or Tuesday, the officer in charge, the deputy officer in charge, we had a small meeting. The officer in charge is asking me, boss, what do you need? I said, sir, I don't need 5-star food. Give me what I can eat. That's it. He said, okay, fine. Give us 3-4 days time. So they started giving me rice with bean soup, you know. And when rice is over, they used to give me boiled potatoes with salt and all. But let me tell you, the people who really helped me in the prison were the church people. SDA, Protestant, Crisco. No, they used to come for preaching and praying. And I was the only Asian and Indian in the entire prison.
Yeah, because you rarely get Indians.
So when they used to see me, they used to call me. What's wrong with you? How come you are here?
They're also surprised.
What happened? So I gave a brief story, this. So they started praying and preaching for me. They asked me, what about the food? I said, no, sir, whatever little the prison is giving me, they said, no. So they started giving me Tetra Pak box of milk. The small Tetra Pak, 21 packets, you know. Bread, loaves of bread, and bananas and oranges to sustain myself. And the first gift which I got from one of the reverends inside the prison was a Holy Bible to read.
They had the courage to approach an Asian, an Indian,
a Hindu.
A Hindu.
And they gave me a Holy Bible to read. Said, Rahul, read this, that will help you.
What is the difference between, not they are giving you a Bible, seemingly you are starting to accept Christianity.
Yeah, because let me tell you honestly, the day I started reading the Holy Bible, reading some verses on my own, they also recommended read this verse, read this verse, read this verse. After about 15-20 days, my case started moving. The hearings started coming in.
You were starting to get frustrated because it was delaying.
It was mentioned, first they give mentions, So I was getting frustrated. I said, now mentions are coming. I don't know when I'm going to go out of this place, what time, what I'll do, nothing.
But when you start reading
when I started reading
Bible.
the Holy Bible, and the church people started giving me a lot of, I love reading. They started giving me a lot of spiritual books to read. The spiritual books really helped me to maybe relax myself. Because, and the books, some of the books were like 600, 700 pages. I used to finish in 2 days.
2 days?
2 days, constantly reading. So when they used to come back, I said, sir, I finished this book. He said, what? I said, yeah, I finished. Give me another 2 books. So they were also shocked. In 700 pages, you finish in 2 days. I said, I have nothing else to do. Except reading here. What else I do?
They are allowing you to read in prison.
Yeah, but one thing I must appreciate, the prison officers, the deputy officer in charge, the officer in charge of the medium prison initially, that they allowed me to sit outside and read. You have fixed timings of going outside.
Yeah.
But with me, they said, we know you. You are reading. You are not disturbing anybody. You can sit outside. So I must appreciate the prison officers at Kericho Medium Prison initially. They were the ones who really started giving me a lot of moral support. Even whenever the officer in charge used to come for rounds, when he used to see me that I'm sitting outside and reading, he'll tell somebody, call them. So I'll go with him. I said, yes, sir. How are you? He'll put his arm around me like this and walk with me. How are you doing? How's everything? How's your case going on? I said, sir, this is... No, I have spoken to your lawyer. Don't worry. Sooner or later, everything will be fine.
Yeah,
just
you will
relax.
Be out of this place.
Relax your mind. Don't anything you need, any issues, we are there for you. Don't worry about anything. And when the hearing started, Bitok, I had 19 witnesses against me.
19?
19 witnesses against me. 3 were my Asian colleagues, and the rest all were truck drivers. My Asian colleagues, I was surprised that not even a hello. That how are you? Don't worry, everything will be well. They were just hell-bent on giving evidence against me. Hell-bent. But let me tell you one thing. The truck drivers who were there with me, who came to testify against me, after the first or the second hearing, the 9 truck drivers after we finished, they told the duty officer prison officer who was with me, he would like to talk to him. So he said, yeah, go ahead. So all those 9 came, they stood next to me, they talked to me, and they just told me one thing, Rahul, God is with you, and you are going to be free. Whatever has happened, just forget it. Trust in God, you are going to go out of this place sooner or later. But other thing I must thank is the lawyers who fought my case free. They were very tough lawyers. The 2 ladies, especially one, was very tough. The way she asked questions even to the witnesses, the cross-examination, they could not even answer properly, including the DCI, who was my IO.
They could not answer?
The question she asked the DCI also, he was confused. She used to ask only 2 to 3 questions, not more than that. That's it.
And throw the accusing team
off guard.
You mentioned, Rahul, that Christians are starting to talk to you. You're starting to read the Bible. Perhaps you can tell us, you are an Hindu. You are an Hindu. Maybe paint for us the difference between Christianity and Hindu.
No, let me tell you one thing. Like in Hindu, I'm not criticizing any religion.
Yes.
I was also Hindu.
Yes.
Okay, Hinduism is like praying the idols. We pray the idols, But in Christianity, I know there's only one
God.
One God. That's it. So, praying idols, of course, I did it for so long, throughout my life, because I was Hindu,
From the time
I was born till 2022. 2022. Yeah. So the difference is that in Hinduism you pray different idols, but in Christianity there's only one God, So maybe in Christianity your concentration is only on one God. Like you go to a church, you pray, it's only for one God. When you go to a Hindu temple, you'll find a lot of
idols. You can't number.
A lot of idols, maybe 3, 4 or 5 or 6,
Yeah.
So you go to each and every place of worship and you pray there inside the temple. But in Christianity is only one. It's God. So after my hearing was over, it took a bit of time. Hearing takes time.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing before I forget, let me tell you that the IO, the DCI, had gone to check my bank account without the court orders. He went to the bank without any court
order.
So once he comes and tells me that, I went to your bank to check your bank account, I asked him, did you find 11 million? I asked him. No, there is nothing in your bank. I said, you're mistaken, my friend. Maybe you didn't carry your specs that day. Why? 11 million is there. It's not 10. It's not 100 shillings. You didn't count the zeros properly. I also picked him in the wrong way, I said, you didn't count the zeros properly, my friend. It's 11 million. You didn't see.
So 11. You didn't see the zeros.
100. You saw only 100. You are mistaken, my friend. He's telling me, what are you trying to tell me? You're trying to fool with me. I said, the way you're treating me, I'll treat you the same way. Go from here. Don't talk to me again. One day he comes, after the hearing is over, he comes to me. I want you to write a letter to the company. My sixth sense told me, say, do one thing, give me a draft what you want to write. So then I don't know what to write, So give me a draft. I kept it in my pocket. I went back. So my inmates, they were waiting for me what happened in the hearing. They said, Rahul, how was it? I said, everything went well. I said, wait, why this? I was given me a letter, I think, to write to the company. I don't know what is it. So I took out the letter. They said, just read. You know what he had written? To the MD, Rice Cements XYZ, case number so-and-so, so-and-so. Respected sir, this reference to the above case. I am extremely sorry for what has happened. I request you to take the case back. That means he wanted to write that to show that I am guilty.
He's tricking you.
But we talk. I have here. I know what I was doing. God is with me. The same letter, I showed it to the deputy officer in charge when she asked me how the case is going. She said, Rahul, you did a very wise thing to take this draft. I said, ma'am, I will not write any letter without consulting my lawyers. So after about 10 days, there was another hearing. So another DCI officer comes running to me. Rahul, how are you? Fine. Where is the letter? I said, take it from my lawyer. I had given the draft copy to my lawyer. So when he went to my lawyer said, you want the letter? This is the draft copy you gave. She tore and threw it away. Don't talk to my client next time directly. Talk to me first. So he was like looking at me like this. I said, you got the letter? Good. Show it to your boss now. From that day, they stopped talking to me.
They thought they could trick you.
But they can't trick me. I'm matured enough to know what I was doing. Okay, after all the hearings were over, we came to the ruling.
Yes. That was when?
The ruling was, I think, in the month of, my judgment came in September. I think it's month of June or July. I don't remember the date exactly. The ruling came, well, the prosecutor, I don't know what he told the magistrate, so I was told that prima facie we find you guilty, so we are putting you on your defense. I said, it's okay, my conscience is clear, I have no issues. That is why I wrote the submissions, written submissions, and I had 22 points in oral submissions. On the day of my defense, my lawyer was not around. I think she was not unwell. I think she was unwell. So the magistrate asked me that since your lawyer is not there, should I give you another date? I said, for what, Your Honor? I'll do my defense on my own. She's looking at me. You'll defend? I said, yes, Your Honor. If you give me time, I'll do it. Yeah, fine, we give you time, speak. I spoke. And I gave my written submissions to the magistrate. She went to the written submissions, oral submissions, and then she was noting down a lot of things, So after my defense was over, she asked the prosecutor to ask me if he wants to ask me some questions. So the prosecutor first asked me that, how long you work with the rice cement? I said 3.5 years, from September 2018 to 2021 till this thing happened. Is it 3.5 years? So I told the prosecutor, I said, why don't you come to me with a calculator so we can calculate how many years I worked. I think you are not aware. I'm sorry to say that. So the magistrate looked at me and smiled at me. She asked the prosecutor another question. What were your duties in rice cement? I said, public prosecutor, you're fighting a case against me. And you don't know what I was doing in rice cement. What kind of a question is, don't waste my time and the court's time. Ask a relevant question, which you want to ask. So the magistrate is nodding her head, and this guy is becoming tough now. The third question he's asking me, what was your connection with the logistics department? I said, in any company, have you seen salespeople having connection with logistics and weighbridge? No. So that was my connection, was no. Do you know any what you call center called Liconi Center or something? I said, prosecutor, I handle corporates, not traders. I think you should know by now because you're fighting against me. If you want to ask any relevant questions, please ask. Otherwise, don't waste the court's time. The magistrate intervened. Stop it. I'm giving you a judgment date, Rahul. First, she gave me a judgment date of October. I said 5th October, I still remember. I said, Your Honor, this is too far. Can you make it near? Okay, 21st September, I said, fine. Because the general elections were coming at that time, so she didn't want to coincide with the elections. I went back to the prison. That 1.5 month we talk, I don't know how I have spent that time. I had stress because judgment was coming. You don't know what's going to happen. People were praying, but 2 days before the judgment day, the Protestant pastor prayed so hard I cried. I literally cried like a small child. He said, Rahul, you have cried. God has seen your tears. Wednesday, you'll see a miracle happening. Just trust in God and relax.
You are Christian now?
Yeah. Just trust in God and relax. I said, okay, thanks. Come 21st September, I got ready, going to the court. Everybody told me all the best, all the best, all the best. Everything's going to be fine. But me, I had the fear. I went to the court handcuffed. The best part is, all the hearings, everybody from the company used to be there. The HR, the security guy, the DCI, everybody. On the day of my defense, nobody was there. They did not come on my day of my defense. Day of my judgment, I was looking for them. No one was there. So, the magistrate came. My case was number 3. Hello, Rahul, how are you? I said, fine, please come. You have to stand in front of the magistrate. I said, Honor, I'm fine, thank you. How's everything? Hey, I was wondering why she's giving me sweet pills, the magistrate. What's happening? What is not happening and what is happening? I said, Honor, I'm okay, thank you so much. Okay, Rahul, your judgment is ready. It is 7 pages, but I can't tell you all the 7 pages.
Can I open?
Yeah, 7 pages judgment. 1.
You've come.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the last page. So, she said, I'll tell you only 2 points which are very important for you. Still, my heart was skipping a beat. Now, what are those 2 points? Who knows?
Oh my.
I was telling God, you sustained me for 1 year. Now, this is the time I need you the most. Please. So my handcuffs were removed.
Yeah.
I was standing in front of her. He said, Rahul, after going through the entire court process, the entire court procedures, your arguments, your lawyer's arguments, your defense, the prosecutor's arguments, the witnesses' statements and everything, the court has found that you are not guilty.
Wow.
Hey, I was just standing like that only, looking at the magistrate. She said, now since you are not guilty, we can't keep you into custody, you are free, go.
That very day?
The same day.
You are free to go?
I was free to go. 21st September 2022, I was free to go.
Can you go through your...
No, just see this 1, 2 and 3 points.
These are the points that...
1, 2 and 3, yeah. She told me these 2 points.
These 2 points.
Conclusion, yeah. You can read them.
We can read the says, from the above. So your senior resident magistrate was Aziza Ajwang.
Yeah, she was a lady.
And signed.
This
Says,
is, yeah.
From the above analysis and given the glaring gaps, they're saying the gaps are bearing the above in mind, I do find that the prosecution failed to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. Says it is clear that the prosecution has not proved its case against the accused person beyond all reasonable doubt. Point number 2. You must have been smiling at that point.
I was crying like a small child in the court. Because after 1 year and 4 days, somebody tells you you're not guilty.
Says, I therefore proceed to find the accused person not guilty of charges and acquit him accordingly. Section 215
is, that is a lack of evidence
of the Criminal
Procedure
Court. Signed, Senior Magistrate, dated, signed and delivered in open court this 21st day
of September
2022. This is
a seal for the court, and this is the certified true copy, the photocopy. The original was in the court when I filed the case against the company. Wow. Then I came out. I came out of the court. The prison officer hugged me. He said, Rahul, this is the day I was waiting for you to go home. I'm so happy for you. You suffered a lot for no reason. He said, now, since you're free, no need to go to the court cells. You can just sit outside with us on the chair where we other officers are sitting. Okay, fine. The funny part was the DCI, IO, he was there in the court for some other case. So I saw him and he saw me, so he started coming to me. So like, just to make him a bit uneasy, I put my hands to the back like this, as if I'm handcuffed at the back.
You are not good. Rahul, you are not good.
So he came running to me. Hi, Rahul, how are you? I made a face. I said, boss, okay, yaar. Hey, today was a judgment day. What happened? I said, you really want to know what happened? Yeah, I'm free, boss. Bitok, literally, he took 3 steps back. The DCI. He was shocked. Are you really free? I said, where am I sitting? Am I handcuffed? I'm sitting outside with the officers. I'm not in the court cells. Still, if you're not convinced, go to court number 6, check the copy of the judgment, the last page, and then come back to me. So then we see what to do. Now don't disturb me, go. You've disturbed me enough.
You're tough.
Then he's telling me, okay, oh, so you are free now. Let us do one thing. I come to Eldoret for my other work. So we can meet up in Eldoret. I said, boss, number 1, in Eldoret, don't come near me. Number 2, if you come near me, I'll report you to the Central Police Station. I'll file a case against you now that you are harassing me. So please go from here. The prison officer was me, told the DCI, please go. You've harassed the gentleman a lot. And if there was an award to be given for the best prisoner, we would have given it to him. The way he is related to us, never broken any rules. We tell him, go inside, he will go inside. Come out, he will come out. He will sit, talk to us. Please go. And don't harass the gentleman again. So this guy is just looking at me like this. And before that, when I was coming out of the court, the prosecutor was there. So I told the prosecutor, thank you, boss. Thanks a lot. He couldn't see me eye to eye. He was just down like this.
He could not face you.
He could not face me.
Now you're done. That you're seated that very day. You know, I know so many people who are in remand. They call their relatives. They call their friends.
No, but see, Bitok, you know, I was alone.
You mean nobody to come for you?
The only person who came for me was a bishop from Crisco Church, who used to come and preach for me, you know. So he had told me that whatever judgment comes, give me a call. So I went back to the prison to get my property back, you know, my phone and my clothes and also you cannot go inside, you have to be outside. So I asked the welfare to give me the phone. So I called the bishop. I said, Bishop, how are you? Forget that. What happened? I said, Bishop, I'm free. Where are you? I said, I'm outside the prison. I'm come to take my property back. You wait, I'm coming. He did not even come in his car. He took a motorbike and came.
Very fast.
Immediately. He hugged me. He said, take your property, come. I said, where? Come with me.
Don't worry where you're going.
He took me to Crisco Church. I met his wife. We discussed. Then he said, now, Bishop said, now you are coming to my house. He said, I don't want any arguments with you. You are coming to my house. I said, okay, Bishop. So when we are going to his house, his wife asked me, okay, now you are free. What would you like to eat in the evening? I said, ma'am, whatever you prepare,
I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem. She said, no, today is your day. Tell me what you want.
We want to celebrate.
So I said, if that is the case, make me chapati and dengu. I love that food the most and I missed that in the prison. She said, okay, no problem. She bought everything. We went home. And after 1 year and 4 days at Bishop's house in Kericho, I took shower with hot water. No, prison you don't get hot water. If you want hot water, you put the water outside when the sun is there, lukewarm, you shower.
Now you are at Bishop's house. Then you move from Bishop's house. Where do you go?
I came to Eldoret. So
where you reside now?
I spent the night at Bishop's house. Next day morning, the Bishop came with me to Wareng. He paid for me the fare. I didn't have anything. Because what I was told by legality that till the case is not finished, the company has to pay you 50% of the salary. They did not do anything.
By that time?
Yeah.
They were supposed to pay you
50% of my salary, which they did not pay. So I didn't have anything. No money. Where is the money? So then the Bishop gave me 1,500 shillings. This is for you. Anytime you need anything, give me a call. We are there for you. I came to Eldoret. Then Bitok, after that, okay, this was the first part when I was inside. I came out. I was zero. Where to start from?
Where to
start from? From scratch. From September 2022 until I think June or July last year. Was it last year? July, August, I don't remember the day. I didn't have a job.
You are coming from the Bishop's house?
Yeah.
Boarding Wareng. Where are you going to? Do you know where you are heading to?
I came to Eldoret. Then, okay, I had a house where I earlier used to stay.
Here in Eldoret?
So I thought, let me go there. Okay, fine. I went, I sat. Now what to do? How to start? Then there's a time I went to SDA office, the conference.
Yeah.
The SDA Pastor John had already spoken to people there at SDA that Rahul will come, talk to him, assist him. So I came, I met the president that day. We had a meeting for 2 hours.
You shared your story?
I shared my story. They knew what had happened to me. Then they supported me a bit. Then I was searching, struggling for jobs. Fine.
Looking for a job as a salesperson?
As I said, no, at that point of time I was ready to take anything which sustains me. Not because, at that time I couldn't be a chooser. I had to take up whatever comes my way to feed. I need something on my table at the end of the day. Okay, I got something small now to do, but that is not for sales and marketing. So what I'm requesting, since in the channel,
maybe before we come to that, is that at this time when you are going through all this, they have passed the judgment. You are not guilty. They're supposed to compensate you.
Okay, fine. After that, I filed 2 cases against the company for compensation. First case was illegal termination of employment. The judgment came, I won the case. So we are expecting the payment from the company. I don't know, I have to talk to my lawyer over here now, whether it's now lawyer to lawyer, because the lawyers are in between. So I spoke to him today. He says, Rahul, we are also waiting. So I don't know what has happened.
You're expecting justice to move very fast, but you are not getting your justice even after you are acquitted by the court.
Okay, one thing I must appreciate about the legal system in Kenya, that my case really went off very fast. I must appreciate that. I know some cases take a lot of time, but my case, I think I must thank the magistrate also at Kericho who was the magistrate in court number 6. I must appreciate her, thank her. She did it very fast. No, she was not wasting time. Like, she was very quick in getting into the crux of the situation.
But
This-
what do you do now?
Okay, at the moment, I have got something small to do. That's why I told you today when you called me, I said I'll be late a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got something now for
That's sustaining you
Sus-
a little bit.
little bit, but at least
As you await for the
for the compensation.
You're saying there is another course that
Another case
Case.
coming up, that is name defamation and malicious prosecution.
yeah,
That is coming up for hearing on 27th next week.
same court,
Court number 1 now.
court number 1.
This was court number 6. Now is court number 1. So I'm waiting for that now. 27th, but I think it is online.
It's online.
Online,
You
virtual.
use online.
So
All right.
I don't have to go to Kericho again. It's online.
You remember? I remember you said that you had a family. You had a family in India.
Yeah. Okay. I separated from my wife.
Yeah.
We divorced each other in 2009.
Mhm.
She's in the US. She got married again. I had a son with her.
Yes.
He's also in the US.
Ah.
He has become a doctor.
Do you get in touch?
Okay. I talked to him after I came out. I sent him an email, but okay, his response was okay, fine. I understand your situation. All will be well. That's it.
What would you want him?
No, see, be very
Maybe you
honest,
will-
very
you will.
honest with you. I just pray that he does well in whatever he does. He's a doctor. He maybe goes 2 steps forward also. I'll be very happy for him.
As a father.
As a father, I'll be very happy for him that he does well, and he's doing well. So I am proud of him, As a son, I'm very proud of him. But one thing I would like to tell is that I don't want to force anybody into anything. I'm a person who will not force people to talk to me, help me. No. He's happy, he's doing well, he has done his masters, and I'm very proud of him.
He's a specialist.
He's
now.
a specialist now, but I'm very proud of him, what he has done. That's it.
He's as sharp as the father.
Not but I'm very happy.
You are a very smart person.
I'm
let
very
me
happy.
tell you,
I'm
Rahul.
very happy for him that he's doing well. So I don't want people to, like, all my friends turned away or my colleagues turned away. Fine, I have no grudge against anybody. I've forgiven everyone. I just want to, whatever job I have, do that, pray to God, wait for the cases to finish, then I'm free.
Wow.
That's it, we talk.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, it's been an interesting,
Thank you so
an
much. yeah.
interesting moment.
Thank you, yeah.
Maybe unless you still have
No,
what
I
you
have,
want to
no,
say.
I think I've talked enough.
Yeah.
Only thing what I would like to tell your channel, since you have invited me to this.
Which camera? That camera. You might be looking at that camera.
Okay.
What would you want to tell the viewers?
I would like to tell the viewers, this was just a story which I shared with you. One thing I would like to tell you is never lose hope. Always keep hope. Trust in God. Maybe God's timing is the best timing. And once God is with you, I'm sure God will never let you down. He's always with you. He will help you, take care of you, protect you, and sustain you the way He sustained me for 1 year inside that place. Prison. It was not easy for me to stay there. 1 year is not a joke. Staying inside and just trying to see what's happening. So never lose hope on anything. Today somebody doesn't have a job. Don't lose hope. You never know tomorrow. Tomorrow maybe something phenomenal come,
Sure.
which you never know, which you have never expected also. That this thing will come to you. You will never expect that. So never lose hope. Like me, 1 year inside, I never lost hope. I knew God is with me, and at some point of time, good things will come out. And it came out. So trust in Him, be with Him, pray, and just be relaxed and calm. Things will work on its way.
Yeah.
You can't push your things your way, It is not your way. It is God's way.
Wow.
It's God's will. Like when I was going for my judgment, I was told by one of the senior inspectors who used to pray for me, he said, Rahul, we know you are going to come out today. But in case there's a delay for a week, it is God's will.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something God wants you to do in that week. So if you're free, He told me you're going to be free today. But in case 1%, if it's not there, it is God's will.
Wow.
Maybe after 1 week you'll be free.
Wow.
But He said, you're going to be free today. And other thing what I like, as you know, my line is sales and marketing. If I get job related to sales and marketing, I would really appreciate that. I can put my sales and marketing experience into that. Okay, right now what I have, I'm happy with that. It is helping me to sustain myself, but obviously you need to grow now. You need to grow up the ladder now, after what has happened to me. Okay, people really, my own community never supported me a lot, but this was an Asian who helped me with what I'm doing now, and I really thank him and I really appreciate him. Other thing, of course, I still do have a bit of the financial challenges, because 1 year and 9 months without anything, it's not easy for anybody to. So, I mean, I'm not telling anybody to, give me this, that.
No, it's okay, Rahul. If you want, if anyone will be touched by your story, just tell them.
If somebody wants to, it will help me even a little financially also. I would appreciate that. But most important thing is, if I get a job for sales and marketing, which is my qualification and my experience, I would really appreciate. But let me tell you again, the job which I've got now, okay, sustaining me a bit, and I really appreciate the person who has really helped me, and I thank him.
You can give them your number.
Thank from my heart, My number is 011 348 1366. That's my number.
Maybe again.
011 348 1366. That's my number.
Wow.
And I once again thank Bitok for giving me an opportunity to come on this show, share my experience. And that's why again I'm telling you, to everyone, don't lose hope.
Wow.
If you have hope, it is always there. Don't even think on the negative side. Always think positive. Things are going to be well. Like me, 1 year, I never thought negative. Oh, my hearing is there. I know hearing is going to be good. Go with a positive frame of mind. Things will go well.
Wow.
If you think negative in the morning, your day will be negative totally. If you think positive in the morning, your day will be something different. So just be positive and trust in God. That's I want to say.
You told me maybe as we just wrap up.
Yeah.
I'm grateful, of course, that you made time to
it's
be
okay.
here.
Yeah.
We are shooting at night.
Yeah.
You are the only son.
Yeah, I was the only son.
The only child.
Only child.
What do you tell people? Do you think it's important to have more than one child?
Let me tell you one thing. If, for example, if I had a real brother or real sister, what I went through, maybe I would not have gone through that. Maybe, again, that thing is whether your real brother or sister would really help you or not, you don't know. What will happen, you don't know. But I think if you have a brother or sister, at least that is
a support system.
A support system for you, Any issues you have, you can talk to people. You can talk to them.
They can sympathize with you.
Today, if I have any issues, I sometimes wonder, now, whom will I talk to here? I don't know whom to talk to. Nobody is there. Sometimes when at night I'm alone, I sit down, I think, what happened to me? Why this thing happened? But maybe one thing now I realize, it was God's plan to know Christ more inside the prison. If I'd been out, maybe something bad would have happened to me, nobody knows. But inside I was secured with the security, and it was God's will that I know Him more inside.
In the prison.
In the prison. Then I would have known Him outside. So anyway,
And then you're telling me that your Indian community, at least one, is helping you now.
One who has helped me with this job.
But during that time, the Indian community
in fact,
left you.
There were people in Kericho. The prison officers went to Kericho town. There are very big people in Kericho town. They told them that one of your brother is inside. Help him with a cash bail or a bond. Take him out. But Bitok, I'm not criticizing anybody. Nobody came.
You are rejected by your own community.
Nobody wanted to, he had issue with Rai Cement. No, we don't want to go. Rai is a big person. And even when I filed these two cases, a lot of people are telling me, you're filing case against Rai Cement. you will not go anywhere. Now, see, I won the first case already.
You will win the next.
Next one also.
Wow, I think we need to bring this to an end. And
thanks again, once again. Thank you for inviting me to the show.
Yeah.
Sharing my experience.
Mhm.
And once again, I tell people, don't lose hope.
Wow, I like because you're mentioning repeatedly that we are not supposed to lose hope.
Yeah.
My friends, family, you've become family now because you have really walked with us through this journey. It's an interesting journey. And if you can be able to support Rahul in any way that you can, if you are touched, you can get in touch with Rahul with the number that he has already shared. The most important thing in this life is that the justice in this world can be skewed. But when God is in there, he can straighten things. I like because Rahul is mentioning that it is God's will that has been helping. Until next time, guys, I would request that you keep on watching, you keep on subscribing. I might be here in front of the camera, but do you know that there are people behind the camera who are working to ensure that everything works and this setup works well? We have Sam doing a wonderful job, we have Tito doing a wonderful job, and we have our partners, that is Jakito Media. And of course, until next time, see you guys. God bless you.
Thank you.